ladies, my name is Jamie. Hey, thanks for watching this video. This video is called Flip the Script on Him. If you have a guy that is pulling some what I call shenanigans on you, how do you flip the script? How do you do it in a way that gets him wanting to commit, gets him wanting to be more sincere, more purposeful, stop taking you for granted, things like that? How do you do that? If you're wondering, this video is for you. Ladies, one thing you need to understand about men, not all men, there are some really, really great men out there praying that you find yours, but men that are pulling some shenanigans on you, here's what I need you to understand. These men are wanting the advantages or the benefits of being with you without having to invest too much. It's human nature. We all want something easy. If a teacher says, hey, here's a really, really hard assignment, or here's a really easy assignment, which one do you want? You're going to say, I want the easy assignment. I want to do as little as possible, and I still want to get an A. So if I do the easy assignment, will I get an A? Of course you're going to pick that option. A man, some men, let me preface that, is no different. They want to take the path of least resistance. They want to put in as little effort as they can and still get the most benefit for it. So it looks like they don't call you consistently. They don't text you every day. They don't make plans. They want you to come over to their house, or they come over to yours instead of actually taking you out on a date. They don't want to sign up for commitment. They don't want to say that you're exclusive together because they want what they're getting from you without having to put forth too much investment or commitment. Again, I'm not talking about all men. I know some great men out there, but in general, ladies, if you have a man that is pulling some of these games on you, that's what he's wanting. He's wanting the assets from you, but he's not wanting to have to pay for those assets. Does that make sense? And he's also looking at the assets versus the liabilities. So if you are a high value woman and you say, hey, I have a lot to offer, but here's my standards. Here's what I expect in a relationship, and here's how I expect to be treated. He may look at that and say, I am not willing to give that much. Okay, then he's not your guy. All right, ladies, let him go. But I'm going to tell you that most men, when they come across that woman, that high value woman that sets her standards, sets her expectations, that's when he's going to commit, or at least be more open to committing. Even if he doesn't commit right then and he says, well, I'm not doing that, I don't want a commitment, you say, okay, I guess we're not on the same page. Goodbye, best of luck. I'm going to go find a guy that's on the same page with me that wants what I want. He may play tough guy for a little while. He may be hoping you're going to reach out and you're going to come back. And when you don't, he's going to have to reevaluate what he really wants. Let's take a guy who you really like, but he's been kind of hit and miss. And you start pushing him for commitment. Hey, I want a commitment from you. I want exclusivity from you. I want you to text me every morning, check in with me throughout the day. We talk every night on the phone, or we see each other. We see each other once or twice a week. You kind of set some expectations up. And he says things like, I don't know, I think we're moving too fast. I'm not sure if that's what I want. And you're pushing him for this stuff. He's going to have to evaluate, she has a lot of really great qualities, but she's pushing for this and this. That's going to come with some liabilities. So he has to figure out, are the assets worth the liability that he's going to have to pay? If you're not a high value woman and he is just with you for a good time, if you know what I mean, you don't have a lot of high value assets. You're not confident. You are broke. You're drama. You get angry easy. You're very emotional. You blow up his phone. You have a lot of liabilities. Okay. And if you don't have enough assets to counteract that, and you start pushing him, he's going to just walk away because it's not worth it for him. The liabilities outweigh the assets. He can find another girl. So ladies, you need to be the most high value woman you can be, and don't do it for this man, do it for you. which leads me to tell you about my website. I have a couple of e-courses on there. The website is called She's Everyday, she'severyday.com. There are 2 e-courses on that website. One is called She's the One, how to be the one he can't live without, how to be the one he regrets losing. There's also an e-course called She Heals, how to not only survive a breakup, but how to thrive after the breakup. In both of these e-courses, they go into explicit, detailed information, how to handle yourself around a man, how to get a line of high-value men chasing you, how to be a better version of yourself. Both of those e-courses have a chapter called High Value Women Traits. And I highly suggest you get one of those e-courses because you want to have more high value women traits than other women or than the majority of women. So let's say there's a pool of 100 women down here and this guy that you like can pick from any of them. Well, not all 100 women are going to like him and he's not going to be compatible with all of them. And maybe distance is an issue. So let's say we narrow it down to 10 women that he's interested in. Do you have more assets? Do you have more high value women traits than the other 9? Because if you don't, what is going to keep him from going after one of those women? And he should. We would do the same thing, ladies. We would want a man that has more high value traits than other men. So when I tell you to flip the script, here's what I mean. You're with this guy, you're wanting a little bit more, you're wanting commitment, exclusivity. He's pushing you away. He's not really wanting that. He's buying time. Well, maybe later. I'm not sure. He's giving you all of these excuses. First thing you have to do is you have to make sure you have those high value women traits. And if you don't, work on them. Work to adopt them. Now, I'm not telling you to stay with this guy that's treating you like an option while you're working on yourself. You just need to say, hey, that's okay. I guess we're not on the same page. I'm going to go find the guy that's great for me and then work on yourself. Trust me, he's going to keep tabs on you. He's going to be following you on social media. He's going to see you transforming into this amazing woman. And he's going to think, wow, she is really great. Maybe I didn't realize how great she was, or she's really been working on herself. I like what I see. Maybe it was a mistake to not invest further or stay with her. And that's when that guy usually starts coming back. If you already have a lot of high value traits and you've gotten my e-course and you go, okay, yeah, I'm pretty good. I have 30 out of 35. I have a big list of high value traits, ladies, because again, any woman can have 5 or 10 high value traits, but they may have 10 negative traits too. You want to work on the negative ones. You want to have as many of these traits as you can. That just puts you in a position, not just in relationships, but in career, in your health, in every area of your life. It positions you in a place to win and succeed. And again, do it for yourself. Don't do it for a man. That is the most attractive thing. We all want people that take pride in themselves, that have a spirit of excellence about them. We admire them. We want to be around them. They're contagious. So let's say you are that woman, or you're working towards it and you really have a lot of traits and you know you're a really great woman, and for whatever reason, he is just not wanting to invest in you. Ladies, you give that relationship 2 months, because in the first 2 months, you don't know if you even want to be with him. So within the first 2 months, you're just figuring that out. At the 2-month mark, you say, hey, where is this going? I have lots of goals, financial goals, fitness goals, relationship goals, and I eventually want X, Y, and Z. I eventually want marriage or the white picket fence with the children. Make sure that you stop and say, I'm not sure I want it with you because I'm still not sure you're the guy, but I'd like to see and find out. And if you're not on the same page, if you don't want those same things, then we're both just wasting our time here. And I don't want to waste your time, and I certainly don't want to waste mine. Now, if you don't want to bring the conversation up, or it's too early to bring that up, but you see him kind of distancing himself, ghosting you, going a day or two without talking to you, you kind of feel like he's showing some disrespect, he's pulling away, that's when you can bring the conversation up. Again, you can talk about goals and you can say, I kind of feel like we don't have the same relationship goals. We don't have the same communication style. I maybe feel like you're not investing as much as I would like you to invest. Can we talk about that? And then if he starts giving you one of the excuses, you just say, hey, that is so okay. I am fine that you don't know what you want, but I'm going to go find somebody that does. I am a woman that doesn't like to waste my time. And you handle it that cool and that chill and just leave. You know, distance yourself from this guy. Do your own thing. If you really are a high value woman, he is going to respect that. You can also flip the script by saying, you know, relationships are kind of like a business transaction in a way. I don't really want to just reduce it to that. But if you look at it, we're all looking for the person that has the most assets and the least liabilities. And so I'm just looking at your assets that you have, the qualities and the benefits that you bring to this relationship. And I'm sure you're looking at the assets that I have, that I bring into this relationship. And I just don't know that you have some of the qualities that I'm looking for. And this, you're only going to say this when this man has really kind of been disrespecting you. It's a way to flip that script on him. Now, I might encourage you to go into this asset liabilities conversation very early on in dating. Within that first month, when you guys are just getting to know each other, maybe bring up the conversation of, so what are you looking for in a woman? What are things that you like, you don't like? I just want to see if, you know, we're compatible. I know when I was doing online dating, before I met my fiance, I would actually make a spreadsheet because I was talking to a lot of guys because there are very few high value men out there. And so you may have to go through a lot to find a really great one, right? So in just the context of talking, just texting, I would make a spreadsheet and I had an assets column and a liabilities column. And I would put check marks in the asset column if I saw something that I really liked, that I thought was a high value trait for a man. But if I saw things in the liabilities column and I started seeing that I'm checking off more things that I don't like than things that I like, then he was gone. I kicked him off the spreadsheet and moved on. So it was actually just a very goal-oriented way to go about dating. At my age, I didn't want to waste any time, and I wanted to be very purposeful and intentional about my values and what I wanted. And not that I expected a man to be perfect, but I wanted him to have the same values that I had. So when I would tell men about this spreadsheet, and I know it kind of sounds bad and they might be thinking, oh, so I'm just on a spreadsheet with a bunch of other guys. And you could say, well, I'm hoping that someday, and maybe it's you, will be the guy that puts an end to that spreadsheet. And you can say it in a kind of a fun, flirty way, but you can say, yeah, I am looking for a man that has Superman qualities. I guess I'm looking for Superman. And you can kind of laugh about it. Listen, ladies, every man wants to be Superman. He wants to be the one that checks off everything on your list. And if he knows you have that high of standards, men want to reach that. They want to be the guy. So if you have a guy that's kind of doing some shenanigans on you, you can tell them what your standards are, what your expectations are. You can even say, hey, you know, we all bring a lot of things to the table and we all bring, you know, some of them are good and some of them are bad. We all bring assets, but we all bring liabilities. So I'm sure you're checking out what I bring to the table and what I take away from the relationship as well. I'm doing the same thing. When you let this man know you are doing the same thing, you are looking at the benefits as well. You are not just being run by your emotions and your head and your heart. You are being run by rational thought, your goals, what you really want. That's going to have to play a factor along with attraction and chemistry and everything else. Trust me, ladies, this man is going to start obsessing over you if he knows you are that kind of woman and he wants to strive to be the top guy on your list and have all the qualities that you're looking for. So, ladies, I want to see you win. I want to see you end up with the perfect guy that God has for you. So hit the like, hit the follow. Check out my e-course. I will link the description and the website in the description below. So God bless you guys. I will see you next time.